My postcard today is from Pinewood Studios in Buckinghamshire, where they made the Carry On movies, 007, and where my mum and dad met. Ah. This building was first tenanted by Dr. Drury Levin in the late 1800s. It's Heatherden Hall, but you might know it better as the heart of Pinewood Studios. Dr. Bergin was a Parliamentary Board of Trade, and in 1936 he was greeting a lot of people here at Pinewood. You may wonder how it got its name. Here are the pines, but the origins of the name of Pinewood. And I've got a newspaper cutting here from 1936. And Dr. Bergin said that before making his speech, he'd consulted a reference book of arboriculture and there found that compared with the majestic pine, the holly is but a stunted tree. Now, considering that the place was packed 10 deep with Americans from Hollywood, that went down very well indeed. Well, Dr. Bergin must have been prophetic, because in the end, even Hollywood came to Pinewood. This is Pinewood in September. You think it's been snowing? No, it's not. They've actually just made a film here and just finished shooting, and that's the snow, which is very soft, sort of fluffy, cotton wool-like stuff. I'm not sure if it's polystyrene, but it's certainly not snow. In fact, it even feels a bit like little bits of paper. And if you look over there, you'll see there's no snow on those trees at all. But you know, these formal gardens here at Heatherden Hall, now Pinewood, haven't changed one bit since Dr. Drury Levin used to entertain the Uxbridge and Hillingdon band on these lawns back in the late 19th century. Would you? I mean, it's just incredible that they've plastered all this white stuff all over this park. I mean, you just want to go whoopee, and you want to play in the snow, but it's not at all cold. You're looking there at the original gardens of Heatherden Hall, and over there is the snow scene from the big budget movie that they've just made here. And I'm on the original bridge. It's absolutely smashing. And the lake that is fed by an artesian well, about 700 feet down. And in fact, I don't know whether to be hot or cold, really. But what I do know is I can't get this snow off my boots, or should I say my biodegradable paper and potato flakes. Ooh, the dirt in here, as my friend Larry Grayson would have once said on that piano. And this is very impressive, isn't it? Impeccable. This is the original dining room, the great hall, the banqueting hall. All oak clad, and the fireplace with the coat of arms put in, it's said, by the wife of one of the owners. And when you consider all the huge stars that would have eaten here over the years, Marilyn Monroe, Gregory Peck, Charlton Heston, would have actually sat here and scoffed whilst making their big pictures. Remember the film The Great Gatsby, starring Robert Redford and Mia Farrow? Well, this is the conservatory from that film. Just over there was the swimming pool. But what's strange about that is it was a totally American film, American stars, even the American cars were all brought over. Everything was American. And yet they came here to Pinewood to make it. And they built this conservatory to form part of the set. Interesting, because this obviously isn't part of the original house, but when I go into here, I'm into Heatherden House again. This is quite something. No, it's not often you're allowed to film in here, but we've got the access, and this light oak panelling and this very stylish walnut tables and furniture was actually, again, an original part of the house. But it's a suite sort of in the corner of the Great Hall itself. And when Lord Grade owned the whole of the Rank Empire, this was his own special exclusive penthouse suite. In here now is a conference room. This is the boardroom. And when you look around, you'll be absolutely amazed by this, because on the actual panelling, I've got a little note here that it's marked James Sinel, Maker 1835. Now you would think, therefore, that this was actually built in 1835 for this room, but it wasn't. It actually came from that magnificent liner, the SS Mauretania. And when they opened the studios here in 1936, no expense was to be spared to show a degree of dignity. So you've got the former library of that great liner now here at Pinewood Studios. The panelling, the books, all bought for just a few £100s. Now, if I look as though I'm strolling down the sun deck of a cruising ship, then you wouldn't be far wrong, because this is Pinewood's picture gallery. All the great movies that were made here are plastered on the walls. But this is 150 feet of the SS Mauretania's sun deck that was used for the floor of the picture gallery. And here is the very first movie made at Pinewood, London Melody. Isn't she lovely? We don't know who she is, but she looks absolutely beautiful. But London Melody might have been the first movie made here, but of course Pinewood is synonymous with the big series of movies, the Carry On films. So much that peculiar brand of British seaside humour. And the real big ones, the multi-million blockbusters. 007, James Bond, here at your service from Pinewood. They've just been filming the latest Bond movie here, Tomorrow Never Dies. And I'm just lost for words, really. I've never seen a movie stage as big as this. It is the biggest in Europe. Well, that's all from multi-seasonal Pinewood. Wonder why my mum and dad left. Bye.